Hi, this is Marcia. Welcome back to Markets of Sunshine. And today we're going to be making a little mini Polaroid album using some eyelets and cardstock, collage pages, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But we're still not spending any money making gifts for our Gift Guide 2020 series. And so let's get started and let me show you what you're going to need. And you can go ahead and cut these out while you're watching. So you're going to need four 4x5 pieces of cardstock, four 3.5 by 3.5 inch pieces of cardstock, and then four 3 3/4 by 4 3/4 pieces of cardstock. This is all inches. And then you're going to need 4 eyelets, and they can be not your tiny ones, so just to show you the difference, here's the real tiny one and here's the size that we're going to need. Okay, so not the tiny ones but the next one. And you're going to need one of these metal rings that opens up, and you want to make sure you can put your eyelet through that ring. And then you will also need your crocodile. So I have the We Are Memories Keeper one. And then just pick your colors of whatever you're wanting to make. Just go through your stash, pick it out. And then we're going to have a little box that will hold our Polaroid album when we're all completed, so that it can slip right into the little box, and then that will be your gift. Isn't that cute? Okay, so let's get started. I've already cut mine out to save you that time on the frame, so on the video, we're trying to keep it with the 30 minutes time frame. So I hope you will watch this all the way to the end. It really helps me out. And then I give you a recommended video to watch in the series, which I will be doing this is video number 6 in my gift guide series for fall. So it will continue all the way through fall. So every video is a gift idea. Okay, so this one here, I actually layered these pieces, and I just used a cream colored piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 11 sheet that I cut down. This is the 3.5 by 3.5. And then I used a book page, a piece of tea-dyed lace, scrap of fabric, cut off one of the time cards, and the book page. I put the book page on the whole 3.5 by 3.5. Then I just took scraps and collaged and put those over the top. Then I took it on my sewing machine and I zigzagged all the way around, but you could glue it in place. You don't have to sew it. Now we're going to go ahead, and I'm using the Aleene's Tacky Glue, which is what I always use. A little squirrel is visiting me outside my window. I don't know if you're going to see it. I have seeds right outside my window. So, just had to share that with you. Alright. So now, let's put the glue here. And I put the glue on the stitching. And I know I've got a lot of glue, so let this kind of seep down. She peeked at me through the window and she says, okay, as long as you stay in there, I can eat my seeds. So she's pretty much learned that she's safe. Hello, little baby squirrel. Hello. Okay, so now let's scrape some of this glue down, because I don't want it oozing out the edges. I'm just using another piece of scrap cardstock to do this with. So whatever method that you like to do, when you get too much glue, then use whatever is you're familiar with, but this is the way I do it. I kind of just go with it, you know. Now what I want to do, so for this to be the Polaroid, you want to even it up so what is the space on the side from the top. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to come down just a little bit more but still trying to keep it within that measurement. So it looks to be about 1/4 of an inch, but this might be a little bit more because I want to compensate for the eyelet. So I want to make sure I didn't want to be punching through the layer of the other because that's just going to be too much. And then what I use is a piece of wax paper. Just lay it on top, come around, use whatever. I mean, I could use the bottom of the glue. I tend to want to use the back of my fingernail, but I think this works better. I do have bone folders, but I don't always use those. Just depends on the project. This doesn't really seem to be a need for me to do that. Okay, so there's the first little Polaroid already done. Isn't that cute? And what I did on this particular one is I made this a belly band. So I can come underneath here and do it like that under the fabric, or I can go under it here and then do it like that. So if I want to put a little tag in here, some kind of little extra gift, and this one I am going to gift to someone. Okay, so now let's slide this one down. So now if you notice what I did is I have 2 pieces that have a collage on the front here in the center, and then I have 2 where I left it where it could be filled in so they can fill it in with whatever they want to do. But down this piece here they can do a little bit of journaling right there, so whatever they want to do with it, however they want to do it. But on this particular one, this is the only one I put the belly band on. And then now all you need to do is go ahead and glue your remaining 3.5 by 3.5 inch pieces in place. And again, make sure you're leaving enough room at the top for your eyelet. If it moves a little bit, you can adjust it, because that one did move on me. Okay. Again, just use my eyelet. I want to make sure it doesn't go right up to the edge of the top here. So you want to make sure that you're leaving plenty of room for the eyelet. That's the main thing you want to be paying attention to. Alright, I need a piece of scrap fabric to wipe off the excess glue. Alright, so let me come around here. There we go. I have a little basket right here that I keep all these little scraps in, so if I need them for whatever I decide I need it for. And these are collage pages I made myself. So I took magazine pages, I took a vintage hanky that I scanned, I have lace. I'll show you that the prototype, call it, I guess. But I didn't cut it up, I just keep making copies of it onto cardstock, and then I can reuse it over and over and over. And I like doing that, so I'll show you how I made that here in a minute. Don't forget, at the end I will show you. Alright, so now here's our other 3.5 by 3.5. And again, just get your eyelet, lay it down, make sure you're leaving plenty of room, yes. See, a little bit more extra glue that is oozing out over here. I don't want a blob. It dries clear, but I don't want a blob. Okay, so now that looks good. I have enough even amount on both sides. So this part here I'm not really concerned with, but the two sides I do want it to be lined up pretty good. Alright, so now there's our 4 pieces. Okay. I'm going to start back here with the first one. Get my little hole puncher. And, okay, I got to make sure the one thing I need to learn, okay, I'm using this now to keep everything in the frame. So I know from here to here you'll see it. So it does, I have to learn now, don't raise my hand too high. So I have to keep my hand down low so you can see everything. Alright, so now we're going to use, and what I do is I take my eyelet and I put it in the hole. So if it doesn't fit in the hole, which it doesn't fit in that hole, but it fits in that hole. That's what I do. I don't know, they have all these measurements and I don't know the measurements of these eyelets. I don't keep track of it. Did you see what I almost did? I almost punched the hole down here, so be careful, don't do that. Alright, now, so we know that this is 4 inches. So let's get our pencil. We have our mat right here in front of us with our measurements. So we're going to take this here. And now I know that 2 is right here. So now this is how you can do it as well, so that you know you're going to get the center of your, of course this is a little harder to see, but I think I can see it. One way so that you're doing it with accuracy. So then you know they're all going to line up. Okay, so that one I might have to do twice because it's hard to see. Alright, now come over here. Large. Now we're going to come right here. Alright, put the little eyelet in it. Okay. And put the little hole in there. Now, I've seen this, so I'm going to see if this actually does better. What? Did pretty good. Okay. And there's our first one. Ta-da! Okay. So now we will just keep doing that. So I have this solid cardstock with the collage center, and then the collage on the back, and the solid center. So now just this was fabric. I printed it out on a fabric sheet. And I show you how to do that in one of my previous videos. So if you go through, you will find it. Okay, see, that's perfect. Okay. Good. There's the second one. Okay, so this tells you right here, this is 3/16, and this is 1/8. Okay, so now we know these are 3/16 size eyelets. Alright, so I put it in here. Let me do it this way again. Let me see if this makes, I really don't see where it makes a difference which way you squeeze it, but anyway. There's the third one. Alright, let me look at this again because I don't want to do it where I'm thinking it's supposed to be. Okay, no, it's supposed to be a little bit to the left of that. Okay, there's like a dark spot, but this pencil mark is actually a little over. Alright, last one. Alrighty then. And yeah, close that up. Okay. So there you have it. That quick and easy. You made a cute little Polaroid, vintage looking Polaroid album. Okay? And now you can decorate it however you want, embellish it however you want. There you go. That easy to do. Now, the next step, we're not done. Thought we were done, didn't you? Now, one last step. Okay, so we still needed to glue these on. So what we're going to do is on the back, we're going to mat these. Okay, I didn't take into consideration the eyelet hole before I put the eyelets in there. So this is going to have to be what we're going to have to do, which is fine. Not a problem. Of course, now, if I can open it back up again. Ah! Oh, there we go. Okay. Take these off. Now you put it here like this. Alright. And then you are going to mat this. So that's why I remember, so this piece here is 4 by 5, but this piece is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Alright, so if I lay it like that, I'm going to have just a wee bit there. Okay, so this is how I'm going to correct my boo-boo. Alright, so put the pencil here. Now we'll take the little punch and we will punch right there on that hole. Okay, so that's all we need. Okay, so now when we put this here, there you go. See, now we made the correction that we needed. All is not lost. There's always a way to correct. Now we're going to glue these. So now, remember, when you make yours, put the backs on first, these little matted decorative to cover up the back. And then punch your hole. Okay, so now you can just line it right up with the eyelet. Press all the way around for the glue. Okay, so there, now you have that pretty back part. So then when it's flipped over, you see that pretty. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with each one. And I decided to pick colors that were neutral. So many papers, and it's really like, which one did I want to pick? And so I thought, well, let's just go with neutrals. trying to keep with the fall theme. Just come under the little hole. So remember, glue yours down before you put the eyelet in. Otherwise, you're going to be having to do what I'm doing here, which is okay. Either way works. Obviously, it didn't mess anything up. But it's good, you know, it's good to see these boo-boos because we all make them. We all do them. And I don't mind showing you my boo-boos. We learn from each other's mistakes, right? Okay, so now let's say I love this rusty corrugated. Yep, okay. No. How did I do that? Yeah, I did do that, but okay. Yeah, this is double-sided. Okay, there's the hole. I think I got this paper from Stamping Up, if I'm remembering correctly. And if you know anything about Stamping Up's papers, they, season by season, their decorative patterns, they don't carry from season to season. So when you see what they have, you better get what you like because it won't be there the next season. The cardstock, yes, but not the decorative paper. Last but not least, and that was the only double-sided one that I used. Now this paper pack is also discontinued. It was not Stamping Up. It was another company that I absolutely loved, and so did my customers in my Etsy shop. I bought every paper pack that I could, and even after they discontinued it, I was able to find it in a few of my local craft stores so that I could make more for my little customers because they just absolutely love this paper. And I found, which was really interesting because I make the cash envelope system products and as well as my journals and care packages, but they were buying them for weddings. So, you know, vintage weddings. Vintage style. And I make decorative envelopes for weddings as well. So if you ever want me to make you custom envelopes for a special occasion, you can contact me through my Etsy shop. And that applies for my albums as well. I take custom orders. And I've obviously, because you can ship anywhere in the world, so I've done lots of custom orders for people all over the world. Okay, so now we're done. Okay, so now let's assemble it. Okay, so we have our collage in the middle, the solid in the middle, the collage in the middle, the solid in the middle. And then on the back we have our decorative paper. So now let's put the ring in again. Close it up again. Now let's do our little flip through. Okay, so now see, look at how pretty that is now. I think it just adds that extra little touch. What do you think? Isn't that nice? Very nice. Okay. So there you have it. A little mini flip through Polaroid album. Thank you very much for being here, and we will see you in the next video. So have a great day, and wait for the end so that you can see the next suggested video coming up. And if you'd like this video, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel and let me know what you liked about this. If you're going to make one, let me know that as well. So thanks very much for being here. Have a great day. Bye-bye.